How are you?
I feel good, you know, ready to go. Just, you know, chilled. It was a bit like, oh yeah, you're out. So it's like, oh, I had the butterflies and I remembered, oh, you've done this before. So I feel good, yeah.
Listen, we got to introduce you properly. Ladies and gentlemen, the WBO Cruiserweight World Champion is in our midst, live and direct. Now listen, you know what I'm saying? Listen, like you said, you came out a little early nerves and then you shook them off. How are you going to be shaking off your opponent on Saturday night?
Obviously by stoppage, you know. I've seen him here.
Obviously.
Yeah, I've seen him here today. It's hard because we're a bit of a distance. You have a little, you're right, but it'll be interesting to see. I think that, you know, he'll struggle with my range and athleticism, especially early, and then, you know, I'll get the stoppage shot. Yeah.
Can you just, because I was admiring that really fast jab in the right hand just now, can you do it to that camera, or is that too much?
Anytime.
Straight down there. Do you want me to step? No, you don't.
Step away, because I mean, whoo!
There we go.
Oh my days.
It's all over.
I don't even know if the cameras could get to me. I don't know.
Exactly. It's all over.
Slow mo.
Now, I've been waxing lyrical. I've spoken to you a few times in the last couple of weeks, and I've been waxing lyrical about how much you've grown mentally, emotionally, physically, and as a fighter over the last 18 months. You got a book out, which was brilliant. You've got rap songs out talking about bunnies in there, which kind of gets me going as well.
Gareth loves it. I'm telling you. Sometimes me and Gareth shoot the final round. He's playing your music early doors.
You've become a world champion. And you're saying, you know, you worked for a fast food chain when you were inspired to go as a boxer, lost 7 stone. Look at you now, incredible shape. You're a world champion. Where has this kind of evolution of yourself into a completely different character come from?
Oh, lots of different things, you know. Heartbreak, that helps a lot.
I didn't know about that.
But you know, little things like that, you know, obviously wanting to achieve more, you know, seeing what the stuff that I do does for my mum and family, so it's just all that kind of stuff.
Emotional independence, my brother.
Yeah, 100%. You've got to be ready to do it all alone, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Obviously, Alexander Usyk, former cruiserweight champion, one of the greats, is going up against a good friend of yours and your manager, Anthony Joshua. What does he possess that AJ has to keep his be very wary of?
Yeah, just really good mental fortitude, confidence, obviously undefeated in, you know, his fights, been well travelled, so the occasion is not going to get to him. AJ is not going to get to him as an opponent. He is someone who, of course, all the AJ's guys want to win, but is it someone who's going to want to win and is going to believe in it? So even if he's getting caught with shots or it's not going his way in this round, he'll rally back the next round. So I expect it to be really hard.
What do you do, right? You unify the cruiserweight division. I was
going to say he boxes.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's challenges probably in the next 2 or 3 fights, and you've talked about wanting to go up to heavyweight. The big money's up there. It's the blue ribbon division. What happens, right? If you're the challenger for the world title and your manager, Anthony Joshua, is still the world champion?
I mean, it's very much a very...
You only win by knockout, don't you?
Yeah, it's a very likely situation. However, that's a bridge would have to cross when we get there, i.e., hey, mate, you're going to have to drop a belt now. Come on, now.
Otherwise, you knock him out.
I don't want to say otherwise. I'm sure he'll do the right thing.
It's difficult, though, isn't it?
No, of course, but ultimately, like, I'm not in any rush to move up to heavyweight, and we don't know. Obviously, AJ, I think he'll plan to go on for a while, but you had people like the Klitschko brothers, you know, Rudin, and of course you want undisputed, but once you've got it, you can let it go. You can let one.
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, obviously, I spoke about Alexander Usyk, what he brings to that fight. How about AJ? What does he have that's going to get him over the line on Saturday night?
Just really good boxing fundamentals. And size as well. And when I say size, I'm not just talking about being a big, cumbersome heavyweight. He's 6'6", athletic, you know. So what I know from my version of boxing is that I boxed people, amateur and pro, who are way better technically than me. You know, they throw the perfect hook, they slip really well. But when you box someone who's a lot taller and stronger than you, it makes a lot of things a lot more difficult. So that double jab you usually land and you're in range, all of a sudden I have to take a step, half an inch. It doesn't sound like a lot, but in a fight, it's a mile. Do you know what I mean? So and that creates them second gaps, you know, to land the clean shots. And all AJ has to do is touch him. Like, I believe Uzyk's got a really good chin, really good fortitude. However, power is power. Like AJ's got unbelievable power, and I think it will show as well as the boxing IQ. Like,
I've picked out the first round and round 6 to 10 as the vital rounds in the fight. They'll look at each other in the first round. I suspect, and I spoke to Tony Bellew about this as well to give him what he was saying rather than what I'm saying, is that he thinks AJ will put pressure on Usyk as much as possible without going gung-ho, and maybe try and touch him to the body quite a bit as well early on, and use his jab, because he has got a fundamentally very solid jab, and that could just open up the gaps and win him the fight, to unleash those kind of big combinations that you both have.
Yeah, I agree. I think Usyk's going to be really difficult to touch in the first round, because he's good enough that if he didn't want to win the fight and engage, he just could take the whole fight on the back foot and not get knocked out. But obviously he's coming for legacy himself, so I think I'll put him in range eventually. But the first couple of rounds, I think, you know, it'll be interesting. As you said, the first round's actually quite interesting, but I think it's vital. Obviously, you don't want, anything can happen in boxing, but I think it's, as both people get comfortable, let's sit in the pocket a little bit more, and that's when I think you'll see who's coming out on top.
Well, hopefully you'll be watching that from your ringside seat when you've retained your WBO title.
Yeah,
for sure. That's it.
Would you be going for a big unification with the 2-belt world champion at cruiserweight as well? Excuse me, his name is escaping me at the moment.
Which one's got to? I mean, there's Gulamari and Bradis and Carby.
Well, no, Bradis is the one.
Yeah, that's the one that I would most
Marius
like.
Bradis, yeah.
That's the one that I most like, but ultimately it's all about the politics. Like, you know, I've reached out to him personally, the team has, and he keeps putting money emojis and stuff like that. So we'll see. I mean, he's been a great champion, so we'll see.
We're having to move you on because your manager is about to step into the ring. Yeah?
Understandable. All right.
Bro, listen.
For sure.
We'll see you throughout the entire fight week. Loads of content coming out with the source.
We'll see you Thursday.
Listen, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.